Good evening. My name is David Corcoran, and welcome to Breaking News for what is, for me, certainly a summer edition. Maybe in your city around our District 109, the weather has increased. Here in Vienna, Austria, today's the first day of wearing a short sleeve shirt. Certainly it is getting warmer across our district at the moment. And tonight we have our conference edition. So really a wonderful night to celebrate. And I have two very special guests with me tonight who are very welcome and who are very much interested in sharing their stories. Two very unique stories about how we have gotten to that conference that's been very special just last weekend. So we are live tonight. So if you do have comments for our guests, I would encourage you to leave them as well. So let me see. Our first thing is to remember, what was the conference? Of course, A Better Me. And are you up to date? So more news, more events, highlights, photos, I'm sure will be presented on our district109.org website. So if you haven't caught up with our website and the other marketing material that our PR manager, Laura Filippi, is putting out, then please check up and be up to date, because there's still lots of things happening before the end of the Toastmasters year. End of June into July is that transfer, as we all know. So really, we have very few episodes left. And actually, while I think of it, would you believe that tonight is episode number 30 of Breaking News? So it really is and has been a pleasure to bring 30 episodes. Of course, I've had a team of people behind me, so not just me every episode, but certainly thanking those who have all contributed to be part of this moment where we celebrate 30 episodes. So it was the conference, as now my slide shows here. A Better Me did happen just recently. And of course, tonight we have one of our very special organizers. I will tell you more about him in a moment. But you can see here the conference team. So a full team of people really to put on what, as I have heard, has been a fabulous contest. And I've looked through several photos today to see just the joy, the smiles, the faces of people coming together. Really kind of for the first time in a couple of years in such a nice way. Obviously, COVID restrictions have made life more difficult in the last few years for all of us. So you see here a wonderful team being given a certificate of appreciation. Likewise, I picked some snaps that I was sent, really highlighting just the joy, the festivities and fun that you can see here right across the board. Looks like some lovely fine dining as well in a beautiful location. So we're going to hear more about that tonight as well. Of course, there was also a contest attached, and we have also a guest who was a place getter in the international speech contest as well. We're looking forward to welcoming him very shortly. And so maybe you also have some thoughts, some comments, some features from the event that you'd like to share. So use the comments. And if you're watching this a little bit later, add your comments in there as well. So I love here seeing faces, some glasses of wine, of course, sharing our Toastmasters banners and the achievements of our clubs as we've gone on. And you see there in the bottom right-hand corner, actually our first guest, really the chief architect of the whole conference. I think many of you probably now know Toastmaster Marco, but welcome to Breaking News. And so really the chief architect, the group designer, the team manager, I mean, you've had a multifaceted role. And I want to highlight, I don't know what episode it was, but you were on one of our episodes about 12 months ago when you said to us, David, I'm looking forward to this opportunity to see Milan showcase the conference 12 months from now. So congratulations, Marco, and welcome to Breaking News.
Thank you, David. Yes, you mentioned 12 months ago, and now I'm a totally different person, thanks to this wonderful experience. Thank you for showing all those smiles. I think that was the best reward for me. We entered the room, seeing the people smiling at us. I knew we had done it. I didn't have to see the end. Of course, we had inspirational moments. We had networking that was priceless. really of the place get done something really big, and we were going to touch the hearts of all these people. And yes, you mentioned all these roles that I had that changed during the whole year of work. Thanks goes to the whole team. It's not just regular thanks. It's really the different souls of all the team throughout the whole time. Such different people, adding everybody a bit of their own, just like me, to the whole organization.
Mm-hmm.
I will maybe brief, or I'll say that the key takeaways from the whole experience after the energy, where that we knew who we were doing this for. We knew that people had grown themselves from the interactions. We have what motivated me at the beginning was the diversity in our district. I don't think any other district in the world has such diversity. So many religions, cultural backgrounds, philosophical backgrounds, such a melting pot of people that had grown in different environments and were ready to put together with open minds, their own points of view, taking other points of view. And this was a really, the really key element in my growth. So this is why I feel like I'm a much more complete person than a year ago.
That's amazing, Marco, truly. And I just share the photos here. This is your team, as you mentioned. So really wonderful. But I'm sure, we can look back now and say, yes, you've done it. And really a huge congratulations. But of course, I'm sure it wasn't without moments of stress or moments of panic even, or some moments where you thought, oh, goodness, what's going to happen there? Were there any such moments you want to highlight, or how you maybe also solve this? Because this could be a wonderful inspiration for others who take on similar responsibilities in the future.
Exactly. Yes. The attitude. One of the attitudes I entered this challenge with was the Toastmasters attitude, the learner's attitude. So I was there with an explorational thing. This was my first conference, by the way. I've never been at one, and so I was a newbie. Yes. Okay. Then we added some of the top guns, and so I would say some of the challenges were the difference in goals. Some of us were there to learn, some of us were there to create networking, others maybe were more focused on the competition. Many people had a more professional attitude, some had a learner's beginner attitude. So for next time, I would focus a lot at the beginning on doing some team building activities to make sure that everybody's personal goals are met. I think that was a little bit of the difficulty at one point. Some people were there for the experience. Some people were there very concerned that if we didn't step up the game, the experience wouldn't have been top quality to others. Some didn't know what top quality meant, so it was a little bit different levels. Another stress point may have been the budget, the money. I would suggest to next people to work a lot on sponsorship. We let that a little bit towards the end. We were aware that we had to do it, but nobody really wanted to do it. I guess money is not that fun, and so people... And in the end, we got a wonderful sponsorship chair, sort of towards the half end. So he did. We pulled it off, but if we had a little bit more funds to begin with, things would have been easier. We would have been much more relaxed. Those were the main stress points, I would say.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So really some great advice for the next year's conference or years to come if you're thinking about planning that as well. And of course, I see a huge team that you mentioned before, but maybe you have some names you'd like to mention, or key moments where people made a difference, or others that stood out for you, either on the day or over the weekend or in the lead up to? Is there anyone you'd like to acknowledge?
Everybody put their heart in. There was weekend work, night work. Not a single person did not put their 100% behind it. Let me just quickly go to the names because they really deserve it. There were 12 groups. There was Nicholas. He's the first person that checked the venues and we put together. And then Tarek came at the end. Nicholas was not able to finish up. Tarek did a great finish by bombarding the internet with our messages. After PR team, are really top notch players, the three ladies, Marika, Marisa, and Katrina of the education program. I was so honored to be in this team with them. They're such professionals and did the whole procedure. It's too long here to explain how they did it, but they pulled out the 26 speakers that made the day, including 2 world champions that left us with memorable moments and really keywords and depth that it's not just that there's speakers and ability, but you can tell that they're giving their hearts. They're giving both of them mentioned how they're not, you're not doing Toastmasters for the award. You're not doing it for a piece of paper that you can just go out and buy in a store. You're doing it because you want to see what you've learned shine onto others. And this was coming from the 2 world winners, but it was also coming from all the different workshops, which included young people. So the 3 ladies were very balanced in giving access to different levels of speakers. Moving on, we had Keith, Sheldrake, Barrett, and Yoko, who were the contest team. They ran such a professional work. It's such a difficult challenge because it was the first time we did it in hybrid mode. And I believe later we'll speak with one of our contestants, which was a perfect example of how the hybrid mode worked completely. Then we had the venue team. 2 of my own club members in Milano. For venue team, we had to have local people. We had Titi, who is pregnant. She's about to deliver any minute now. She was not able to come to the conference, but she had a new member in the oven waiting. And Gianni, with his expertise, managed to pick this wonderful venue in the center of Milan. We were so lucky at a very affordable price that did not bust everyone's budget. We were able to have a venue which allowed people to go around the city and visit Milano and experience it. Otherwise, other times for that price, people had to go in the suburbs. It's not the same experience. Moving on to the teams, we finally had sponsorship. Domenico was also my right-hand man. We co-chaired in the beginning. And he managed to pull sponsors. We had in the registration team Gittel and Matteo Scanetti. Also, Gittel with such experience worked all sorts of hours and brought experience to the organization. See, we had social activities. This was an experience, like I said, of improving ourselves. It was an experience of, Toastmaster skill learning. But most of all, I think it was an experience in networking. Networking is not really an experience. It comes naturally. It was an opportunity in networking. And the social activities team, led by 2 ladies, again, Fiore Lux and Anya Achenbach, pulled out a wonderful list of events, and I have people that kept on contacting me. I participated in that team, thanking me. And last but not least, I hope I haven't forgotten anyone else, Margherita, Turan, and Yannis, who took over from their leadership, their experience, the management of of the team with their experience. And yeah, Lara was reminding me, sorry guys, too many people, Antonio and Harry, Antonio and Harry, the IT team. Antonio did such a professional job at the site, and Harry was our number one customer. He was the first one to buy the ticket, and in complete Toastmasters spirit and service attitude, right away he offered help. And I have to say, Harry was instrumental. No one else helped in so many roles. Harry is a polymath. He became the webmaster and saved the ticket, the venue in the hardest moments when we had issues with money and bank. So I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. It was a wonderful experience, not just the experience itself, the building up to it. And like I said, the minute I saw everyone, plus I got to meet people there that I had seen only in conference. This is also a nice experience when you work online.
Yeah.
So the energy that I got out of all this whole thing was a reward and a multiplier for all the lessons.
Yeah, amazing, Marco. And these photos, I tried to capture that energy that you mentioned, which is really wonderful, and obviously so much has gone into it. And we do hope we have people online. I love this. Thank you for watching. I'm trying to keep up with your comments as well. And yeah, as Marika, the education chair, saying so many efforts. Congratulations, everyone. Of course, to you too, Marco, for 12 months ago, putting this together, it's not easy. And so getting to this point where we can really sit back and really showcase your efforts. So you're being thanked too by Marika, you see there on screen, which is also wonderful. So I think let's keep you on for the moment because, as you mentioned, you had an IT team, you had a hybrid meeting, a top-notch, setup in that sense. And so you did mention and highlighted one of our guests, our second guest tonight, is actually someone who was an online contestant. And so our second place getter for the International Speech Competition for 2023 is Toastmaster Denise. Welcome to Breaking News.
Hi.
Congratulations on your achievement.
Thank you.
Really?
Thank you. Thank you very much, David. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Marco, for your nice comments. I really appreciate it. Hello, everybody. I'm Denise Faruk-Arkan, and I'm a member of Ankara Business Toastmasters, and I'm super happy to be here tonight.
Yeah, you are most welcome, and thank you for accepting our invitation to come on and share a few words about your experience. And as Marco just mentioned, it was a hybrid experience. So you were, as you told me earlier, an online contestant. So tell us a little bit about that. How was that experience for you?
Well, first, when they told me that I could be joining this event online, I was very relieved because I had a very busy schedule and it was just a very short amount of time, so I couldn't really arrange anything. So when they told me, oh, Dennis, you can do this online, I was like, perfect, I'll just do that online. And to my surprise, I ended up being the only online contestant. So I was kind of nervous because I was like, oh my God, everyone's there. What am I going to do? No matter what I do, what's going to happen? But eventually it turned out to be a wonderful experience. When I was speaking, when I was doing my speech, I was only able to see myself. So it was just sort of talking to the mirror. But then my speech was about talking to the man you see in the mirror. So it was the perfect occasion for me. And at the end, I was able to hear like maybe 2 or 3 seconds of the audience reaction. And that was amazing. And, I just finished my speech. I was like, oh, great, I did it. And I'm not kidding, in maybe 10 minutes, my LinkedIn started exploding. So many people started sending me messages saying how much they like my speech. And that made me like the true winner in my head, because I was so happy to see that I was able to just deliver a message and see how people can react to that and relate with that. And that was basically the wonderful experience for me.
Wow. Really, that's an amazing feeling, especially, being so far away. You're based in Turkey, as I understand. So which part are you based in?
I'm based in Ankara, the capital city.
Itself, the capital. Wonderful. So, I'm sure your fellow Turkey Toastmasters are also excited, jubilant for you in celebrating your success as well. Have you told your club, or were people there, and experiencing that?
Well, actually, as soon as the results were announced, I came in second place. Even before I could text anyone, people were calling me, messaging me. I was like, is this how Beyonce feels? Because this is wonderful. I'm just receiving calls, messages. And yeah, I didn't even have to tell anyone because they were basically just telling me, like, congratulations, wow, this was great. So I was like, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Wow. Yeah, a rock star. You're a rock star. And obviously your speech was very, very touching. I mean, even as we were talking before, Marco had said you were a real superstar of the conference, and afterwards everyone felt really touched, and you enlightened everyone. So, I mean, Marco, do you have any thoughts about how the crowd, how the conference reacted that Denise didn't see, just to help fuel his enthusiasm for that and celebrate this moment? If you're still there, if your internet is not cutting out a little bit. Any thoughts? Maybe it's cutting out. So maybe we'll hear from Marco in a minute.
Can you hear me?
We hear you now. Go for it, Marco.
Yeah, really, Denise was not there in person, but we felt his presence. We were all we're talking about him because he really stunned us from a distance. The way he did the online speech was so well structured. It touched us and amazed us with the technical flair that he put together, the message. So the hybrid works. The hybrid works. We don't know. Maybe Denise, you can tell us. We were all wondering: is it an advantage to be in the hybrid because you're there, you're in the big screen, or is it a disadvantage because you don't have the energy of the people, but you're so good that you still manage to nail it? So we were wondering. The question still is open. If you.
Good. Yes. Let's deliver some breaking news then.
Okay, breaking news. It was wonderful. I mean, it had its ups and downs because I was at home. I was able to just set the stage as the way I wanted. I was able to position the camera, the lights, and everything. So the technicalities was much easier. However, just as you mentioned, not being able to be in front of an audience and just feel their energy or see their reaction, that was, I think, the downfall for me. But in the end, I was just really relieved that I was able to do it successfully, because when you're at home, the internet could be a problem. The props may not work as you want them to work, but eventually at the end, I think everything worked out pretty well.
That's great. Wow. And had you had a similar experience?
Yeah, you mastered it. I think it was your self-confidence.
Yeah. Go for it, Marco.
Go on.
Yeah, sure.
No, I was gonna say, I think it was your confidence that not feeling the people, but we could tell that it was your experience that managed allowed you to pull through it.
Thank you. Well, yeah, just like you said, not being there, yes, it is a downfall, but if you're confident in yourself and if you're well prepared, I think nothing is really stopping you from delivering a great speech.
That's wonderful. Because I was going to ask you, Denise, so did you have the same speech at club, area, division before district? And were any of those hybrid, or was it all in person? What was the road to this wonderful achievement for you?
Well, thank you very much for the wonderful achievement comment. At first, it was at our club, Ankara Business Toastmasters. And at the club, I decided to just talk about my life because, I was talking about medical issues that kept me from doing certain things. So I was like, you know what, this time I'm just going to talk about them and just be free. So first it was at the club in person, and then it was the city. I think that's the area. That was also in person. And then there was the national contest in Istanbul. And I was very lucky to go there with Sarabano Akkash, a member from my club, and the president, Anil Kochkar. They joined me on my trip. So I was there also in person for the national contest. So I did the speech, I think, like 20 times at this point, and I just don't want to see those props ever again. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. But yeah, I was in person for each step except for the district.
Okay, wow. So yeah, even more of an achievement in that sense. So, but also showcasing, as Marco said, that it works. And so even if in the future Toastmasters says for the foreseeable future, hybrid remains, maybe as a point for the next years, your example shows us that yes, your speech and maybe you brought some of the energy and love that you experienced along the way into your unconscious memory when you were then presenting at the district level to yourself, as you said there, and of course supported by the IT team that Marco mentioned before, supported by a room full of people, of course, your fellow Toastmasters across the district who just want to see you do well. I think when we're at that level, the speeches are amazing, the atmosphere is amazing. So being able just to soak that in, for all. I mean, you said that you were the only online contestant, but still everyone would have just been, really cheering for each person that had reached that level. It's quite an achievement, I believe, just to get that far, and really something to celebrate.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And just like you guys both said, it's possible to deliver a wonderful speech online. It's completely possible. It's up to you to practice. It's up to you to set the stage, and it's up to you to deliver your wonderful speech.
Yeah, wonderful. And is it your first competition, or have you been a Toastmaster for a few years, Denise?
Well, actually, no. I've been a member for maybe 8 to 9 months now.
Wow.
And this was my very first contest, and this was my very first like public speaking contest in that way. And it felt very interesting at first, but as soon as I just like got a hold on to this, I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'll just keep practicing and I'll just do whatever it takes to just get to that district level. But yeah, this was my very first contest.
Wow. Well, you're giving me spine tingles, and I saw Marco's eyes just light up. So, honestly, you obviously have an incredible gift and a future ahead of you. We hope to see you for many, many more competitions, or even just obviously to share your speaking skills with the world. So, really, a fantastic, achievement that you have been able to do, and obviously your business club. Probably also, I hope this might turn into maybe some business connections, or I see on LinkedIn you're a director of operations. So maybe you'll be given more responsibility, or be able to showcase your company and yourself, of course. Who knows?
Actually, I just want to add a little thing here because you just talked about getting new opportunities. 2 days after the contest, I received a message on LinkedIn saying, "Oh, we really liked your voice. Do you want to do voiceovers for this and this?" I was like, "What is going on? Is this real?" So I'm actually in touch with that company right now. Thanks to Toastmasters and thanks to this wonderful opportunity, I was able to actually turn it into something like business, like, something professional.
There you go. And yeah, Marco's double thumbs up there, fully endorsing that. So you never know, for those of you watching this, maybe also newer Toastmasters, next year, have a go, do something, enter a competition, see how far you might go and what doors it could open, really. Which is such an achievement. So before we do go, you did also mention that you're contributing and organizing the Toastmasters Hall of Fame event that's coming up. So Denise, tell us a few words about that.
Well, Toastmasters Hall of Fame as a concept is a brand new thing that Toastmasters is trying to integrate into its system. And this year, we're going to actually have the Toastmasters Hall of Fame event in Ankara, Turkey. And what we're going to do is that we're going to have a wonderful 3 days, fun-filled 3 days from 16th of June to the 18th. We're going to have wonderful training programs. We will be giving out awards, certificates. We're going to be having lots of fun. We also arranged a 5-star hotel stay for the visitors who might want to come and join us. And the event will be both online and in person. And the exclusive training programs actually will be only in person, because those are the ones that you would really want to attend if you're there. If you're there in person, that's going to be wonderful. So I think after this live stream, we're going to be dropping the link for the registration. If you
Yes.
want to be there, if you want to come see me, say hello to Dennis. I am expecting all of you.
Yes, wonderful. I mean, already too, we've been showing comments through this evening. People are already looking forward to meeting you, Dennis, and obviously, connecting with you and riding off the back of this wonderful achievement, really for both of you. So thank you both for coming on to Breaking News. Marika here, thanks for being on tonight and all your comments. She's really looking forward to it. She'll be there, seeing you there as well, part of the organization team. So I think you can both enjoy the fruits of your labor and this achievement of where you've both come. And of course, the people behind you, the people that are with you, you've mentioned tonight, and that you are going on to do things as well. And really being such an incredible, both of you, inspiration to us all, that, hey, a younger member in time can go on and achieve a high level of success. And Marco, also very experienced Toastmaster of the many years, pulling together a team and also working on these new skills, that I think it's really the wonderful benefit overall of Toastmasters, that everything that's gone in to this whole weekend. So thank you both for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Denise. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. It was wonderful
Thank
talking
you,
to you as well, Marco. Have a wonderful evening,
and
everybody.
I would like to say that if anyone wants to help a turkey team, if everyone needs me and many other in the team I know have said to them that go ahead and join us. We would love your team.
I think your internet has cut out a little bit, Marco. So maybe you can add a comment, that last comment, to the chat for us as well. But we'll see you both soon, and thanks for joining Breaking News.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody.
Bye-bye. So a wonderful way to celebrate this Milan A Better Me conference. And really, we've seen a lot of photos tonight. We've heard from Denise, heard from Marco, and celebrated the team. So those who've also been watching on, Margarita, I see you there, Laura, Marika, amongst others there. So thank you for also your contributions to make all of this a success. So as this is the 30th Breaking News, from the beginning, we have had weather. So tomorrow's weather, and I do prepare this every Sunday that I do Breaking News. So this is from Safari for tomorrow. In Athens, it's 22 showers and cloudy. In Istanbul, 20 cloudy with sunshine. In Jerusalem, a lot of sun, hopefully summer there. Ljubljana, 25 sunny and cloudy. Nicosia, 28 sunny and cloudy. Milan, where Marco is, 27 and sunny. Hopefully better weather than what Italy has experienced through the week. And our hearts do go out to our Italian Toastmasters that may be affected across the region. In Sofia, 20 cloudy and rain. Birkirkara, 21 cloudy and rain. 27 in Innsbruck, cloudy and sunny. And in Bern, 23 and cloudy with some sunshine as well. So we're starting to get better weather across the district. So this really is a wonderful thing. And Marco's just written here that he and many others in the Milan team would love to be part of the Istanbul team. So get in touch, maybe for that Hall of Fame event that is coming up on June 16 to 18, as we heard there as well. So this has been the 30th episode of Breaking News. You can go back and watch them all there. I don't want to, in the sense of seeing where I was 30 episodes ago, but there's always growth and development. So if you do have breaking news in the next 2 weeks, this is my last slide here. 2 more episodes for this year. So if you want to share your news, and to Denise and his team, I welcome them back perhaps for a later episode after their event to share with us some of the highlights from that Hall of Fame moment. So if you have breaking news, d109prm@gmail.com. That's d109prm@gmail.com. So it really has been wonderful to talk to you all. And yes, Laura's reminding me from Instagram. I love that. From Facebook, the next D109 conference, now 12 months away, is in Istanbul, May 2024. So maybe we can have perhaps the chief architect, join us also in the next couple of episodes as well. So it's been wonderful to have you on. Thank you to our guests. Have a wonderful evening. My name is David Corcoran, and I'll see you for another episode of Breaking News.